have served the African American community in critically important ways, all the while exemplifying the ideals of Scouting. Whitney Young once said, "Every man is our brother, and every man's burden is our own. Where poverty exists, all are poorer. Where hate flourishes, all are corrupted. Where poverty exists, where injustice reigns, all are unequal." As you will hear tonight, each of our awardees leads by example, Scouts, in overcoming deep and troubled waters of burden, poverty, hate, and injustice, these things that threaten to drown our republic. I am humbled by their accomplishments. And I've been thinking about how we can best honor them this evening and their achievements. And so I'd like to speak with you briefly tonight about diving into troubled waters. In order to advance in rank, the Scouts will tell you that they need to know a good deal, a lot about water, how to cook with it, how to preserve and keep it clean, how to play safely and work in it and on it. Swimming involves diving and learning how to save lives. First, a Scout's own life, and then the lives of others. Scouts take an oath to do their best. They chant a motto of being prepared, and they pledge always to be helpful. So late in the day, one summer afternoon, I was up in northern Wisconsin at camp, and a Scout's dad came and asked if I could help his son with his first dive. Scout and I talked about what he needed to do and how he needed to be prepared to do it. We walked down to the lake, we walked out on the dock, and we made sure that he didn't wear anything that would weight him down in the water, make him sink. We touched the water with our hands. We dangled our feet in it, and then we talked through crouching on the edge, pushing off from our legs, holding our breath when we went in, and swimming back. I showed him how to do it. He was terrified. He was shivering. He knew he had to overcome the water that could drown him, that he had to dive in where he couldn't see the bottom. He knew this was important not only for his own safety, but for that of the others around him who might fall in unable to swim and get out on their own. It took a long time. We didn't finish that afternoon. But eventually, he dove in and he advanced. Scouts, Scouters, adult Scout people have an abiding faith in people that is founded upon our individual relationships with an Almighty who has parted seas for some, saved others in baptism, and sustained every life with water. We believe that we can overcome the deep and troubled waters of animosity, economic injustice, and violence that threaten to drown our communities. These wonderful people, Lester and Nancy McKeever, Dorval Carter, Harry Porterfield, and Anthony Dade, these are our life preservers and our lifeguards. Each of them dove into deep waters, taught others how to swim, and in the process have saved lives. And so we honor them with the Whitney Young Award tonight and a pledge. Tonight, on behalf of the Pathway to Adventure Council, I pledge to each and every one of them that the council will dive into the troubled waters that divide our communities. Some of you know, for many years, Scouting struggled under the weight of a most unfortunate membership policy which threatened to drag us under. that weight dropped away in May 2015. And so we, the Pathway to Adventure Council, will include all people in scouting throughout this council, in our youth programs, with our adult volunteers, with our staff, and in our leadership. We will bring scouting back into the South and West Side waters of Chicago on a fully diverse and inclusive basis. We will reach out to and include people of all individualities throughout our suburban communities. And while we recruit and train youth from our public and our private schools into our 5 scouting programs, we will reconnect with churches, synagogues, mosques, and the other organizations that have sponsored our units for the last 110 years in the United States. And we will hire and promote people of all individualities. It is only by delivering on these life-saving and life-changing promises, from shore to shore, from bottom to top, that we will achieve all that scouting has to offer. We are going to need your help every stroke of the way. So please be sure to congratulate our awardees. The tokens of honor that we will bestow on them tonight are most fitting. But may the fulfillment of the pledge that I and we made tonight become their ultimate reward. I thank each and every one of them, and I thank each and every one of you.
So there is a